I'm trekking back to the next town, and I've come across someone drying out long pepper, which is a variety of black pepper. It's a different species, so it's in the piper genus. They pick them green, and then they dry them out until they're black, similar to black pepper. So I would assume that they turn red or something like in time. So here is the green one. Look at that. They look really cool. Very small little bits. It's much milder than Piper nigrum, but it's very bitter. Very like green tasting. A little acrid. Yeah, the aftertaste of this is like Szechuan peppercorn. That's weird. So it starts mild, and then as it builds, it gets like tongue tingly. Not nearly as intense as Szechuan peppercorn, and not nearly as intense as fresh black peppercorn, but kind of like a cross between the two. That's actually really good. So here's one that's dried out a little bit more. It's not completely dry, but you know, it's like nearly there. It's got like a little bit of softness to it still. Huh, it's like a little sweet. Not so bitter. It does still have like a little bit of that like weird like acidic chemical taste in the beginning. A little bit more like black pepper now, like dry black pepper, waiting for the aftertaste. There it is. Yep, Szechuan peppercorn comes up at the end. So this one, when it's dry, it tastes like a mixture of Szechuan pepper and black pepper, which is crazy because Szechuan peppercorns are not even related to black peppercorns. So it's weird that there's actually a pepper that kind of combines those two. So that's kind of cool. I think like if you didn't really like Szechuan peppercorns and you prefer black pepper, this would be like a good way to cross over. I am back in New York. I went to the Indian market here, and I know I've seen this before. Long pepper. So this is what it looks like when you get it in a package. And this is not common. This is the only brand that they had of this, and they only had like a few of them. Few of these packs. I actually went to another Indian market first and they didn't have these at all, so I don't think it's like a super common thing to find. I guess the name for it is peeply. That is just precious. Peeply. Long pepper, Lindy pepper. Premium quality, Himalayan delight. So there it is. Very interesting pepper for sure. I'm guessing that people don't use these whole. They break them up probably with a mortar and pestle. Maybe a spice grinder or something. They're fairly hard too, so maybe you can throw these like directly into like a soup or something, but I'm guessing not. So let me just try a little bit. Actually tastes a little bit different than I remember. I remember this fresh. Tastes like a cross between black pepper and Szechuan pepper. This is like, ooh, it's quite hot. It's almost more like the heat that you get from a chili pepper mixed with a black pepper. I guess remotely there might be a little bit of Szechuan pepper in there, but I'm definitely getting more heat than black peppercorns. Like if you eat straight black peppercorns, it's hot, but it's not this hot. This is got a little bit more punch to it. It's also like a little bit herbal. It might just be because these things apparently have been around for a while. It's like a dusty looking old package. This may have been sitting like on the shelf for like the past 20 years. And that might have given it like a little bit of like that kind of flavor. It might have picked up other leaves and like whatever when they were processing it. This is great. I think this is a really good way to kind of add a little bit more variety to your spices, because instead of using just straight up black pepper, you can use these and you'll give like the flavor of black pepper but also like little nuanced other flavors, because it's not quite there. It's got definitely like more complexity to it, but actually super good. I can see why people use these a lot. Like, they're everywhere when I went up to the Assam region. So I can see why these were the preferred way of going, because a lot of flavor in these little things. So yeah, if you can find these things, definitely pick them up, but they are quite rare, I think. So it might be a little bit tricky, but for me though, worth the effort. I think I might actually buy these again, just to have another spice to play with. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and you want to get a little bit more information about this fruit, then I actually wrote an article about it over on the website Atlas Obscura. You may have heard of Atlas Obscura. They're a fantastic resource about interesting places and foods now all around the world. They also have a YouTube channel, which I'll also link below, where they talk about interesting places and foods and people. So if you like what I'm doing, you'll probably like that as well. They aren't a sponsor or anything, but I write for them and they're a friend of the channel. So if you like what I'm doing, I think you might like what they're doing too. Thank you so much. See you next time.